Hey everybody, I just really kind of wanted to break down again what happened on Wednesday. Why, from a weather sense, was this such an intense event? So the jet stream coupled with a low pressure area is the primary reason. Essentially stuff was lined up just right, and there was a suction effort from this low pressure region that just whipped the winds off the mountain. So when the jet stream dipped like it did, there was a really strong pocket right in this southern dip where the winds up above were about 120 to 140 miles per hour. Now, of course, that wind didn't translate down to the surface, but that was the first initial push down from the jet stream through the mountains. In fact, that brought a 70-some mile per hour gust by about 8 o'clock in the morning to Pueblo. But this system developed a low pressure area in between Wyoming and Colorado that then deepened and expanded, and as that low grew, it started to rip the winds off the mountain. Similar to that bomb cyclone a few years ago, that was Lee's cyclogenesis, that low pressure growing. So it was essentially just a lot of the right stuff lined up at the right time. Now we're currently cold and calm, 24 degrees in Colorado Springs with no wind, 27 in Pueblo. We've got just a light westerly breeze, but that's about it. It feels a lot colder out there. 30 in Denver, 33 in Trinidad, 15 in Alamosa, and Alamosa is going single digits tonight. With active snowfall still happening out in the western and northern mountains. It's nothing to write home about. It's no huge snow. And from right now through tomorrow morning, we know that we're probably going to end up with about 2 to 4 inches from the Vail area towards Steamboat. So if you were going to chase some powder and wanted to get somewhere with a bit more snow, my advice would probably be try to get out towards like Steamboat, which is a drive, but if you got the day off and you want to find some powder, that's probably where I would send you. So speaking of snow, our Colorado Springs airport sensor, which is where we keep our climate data, I know it's weird that it's out at the airport, but that's because it's the area that is checked most often. We have not seen snow at that airport sensor this year so far, this season. Now, this is the latest we've ever gone at that sensor without seeing snow. So at this point, the next time we get more than a trace at that sensor, that'll be the latest we ever go. It's starting to look like that is going to be somewhere out towards next year. Now, this is kind of interesting, kind of following snow. What are the chances of a white Christmas here locally? Well, I tell you what, in Colorado Springs and Pueblo, they are not very good. Historically, the chance of an inch or more in Colorado Springs and Pueblo on Christmas Day is only 5%. And we've only had an inch or more on those days of snow that's fallen in our history in like 6 or 7 times. So the white Christmas chances are pretty good over the mountains. They're not good here locally. And this is our snow model run out through next Saturday, which is a long shot to use models for, but it's actually kind of fitting pretty well to that climatological data. We don't have anything showing up in all of our long-range guidance for the interstate, but there is at least some snow that comes to our high country kind of towards the end of next week. So that brings us into the Super 7-day. Let me help plan out your day. I think Friday we're looking at a chilly 144 degrees. The only interesting thing coming our way over the next few afternoons is probably our cold front Friday night. Now, typically a cold front is going to have a lot of wind. This one doesn't. It's kind of a light breeze overnight, but it does push us into the 30s on Saturday, and we are dry through the end of the week. Pueblo, we are dry in the 7-day. I've got us in the 50s on Sunday and Monday with sunny skies, no rain and no snow through the end of next week. Canyon City into the 50s on Sunday and Monday. No rain, no snow. Just kind of enjoying that weather trend in Woodland Park. A small flurry chance next Thursday, but that's it. That chance is much better out in the mountains. Rob?